What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing another Supremacy map concept, this time focusing on yet another original trilogy map in YAVIN 4. I was trying to do these in the lead up to getting Scarif, and originally I did only have time for Tatooine, but then it was pushed back, so I managed to squeeze in Hoth, and now with it being pushed back again, I thought I may as well squeeze in YAVIN 4 as well, since there's not too much else to make content on as of right now. So, going into a bird's eye view of the map, it is a little hard to see where exactly they are because of all the trees, but you can see where I've placed each command post throughout the map, and this is just a rough guess of where I think each command post would be, with the Rebel spawn point being all the way over inside the Rebel base, and then obviously the Empire spawn would be all the way over on the other side, pretty much in the exact same spot that they spawn in GA. Now, I've placed the A post sort of over on the top left area of the map, assuming you're looking from the bird's eye view, and this one would be just somewhere in amongst all of those starfighters, which would be pretty nice since there's already a decent amount of cover, meaning this area probably wouldn't need too much changing. It is very far over to the edge of the map, and it's obviously pretty close to the spawn as well, but I've tried balancing all the command posts that are close to the spawn, so that even though they are close, it is still pretty balanced for each team, if that makes sense. So it might seem like an odd spot here, but the Empire would have the same situation, making it fair for both teams. There is a lot of different angles to attack this one from, so I think it'd be a fun command post to contest, but at the same time it would definitely be a little bit easier for the Rebels to defend since it is closer to their spawn. Moving on now to the B post, and this would be over to the other side of the map, right on top of the Falcon, giving it a very different feel than any of the others on the map, or really just the entire mode in general. I would love it if this one could only be captured if you're actually on top of the Falcon. I think it'd not only stop people from camping or hiding underneath, but it would definitely create some very chaotic battles up there on the top, since there's only really two ways to get up on top unless you are a Saber hero or a Jet Trooper. With that being said, there's not really too much cover up there either, so it's not like people could just camp the stairways and stop anyone getting up there, and so all around I think this one would be a lot of fun, as well as being pretty balanced whether you're up on top or whether you are attacking from down below. Moving on now to the C post, and this one definitely looks like it'd be the most chaotic command post to fight over, as it's right in the middle of the map, and it actually seems to kind of naturally funnel players into that area with those 4 pathways coming from each side. Ideally, they just have to remove that fountain and replace it with the command post itself, and then honestly I don't even know if it actually needs any cover, since you could just make the area large enough that those sort of corner walls could still be in the capture area, therefore they can just be used as cover depending on which direction the enemy is coming from. It might be too chaotic without any cover honestly, so I'm not 100% sure if that would work, but I do think the location itself would be a very good place considering it is pretty much exactly in the middle of the map. Now, next up is the D post, and this one is down where one of the first objectives are in GA, and again this one is pretty much a counter to the A post since it is really close to the Empire spawn. I think this one would actually be a lot more evenly matched than some of the others, since there's so many directions the enemies can come from, and if any areas could manage to get up on top of the roof, then they'd have such a good line of sight on the command post, as well as pretty good access to the other areas of the map as well. It might just need a tad more cover in some other areas, although in saying that there's a lot of cover nearby, so the capture area could just be made a little bit bigger in order to make it a little bit easier. Now, last we have the E post, and this would obviously be over on the other side, pretty much in the same area as the last one, but for the other objective in GA, and because of that it would definitely be very similar. This one does seem to be just a tiny bit more open, and so I think it would definitely need some more cover closer towards the objective. We all know how much the ATSTs dominate this objective in GA, and there'd just be nothing stopping that from happening here too, so maybe they could even add some downed vehicles or trees or something to make it harder for the vehicles to get into this area. So as you can see, the layout is pretty evenly laid out, and that's not necessarily because of my choices, but just simply because the map is fairly symmetrical in some areas, and I think most of the command posts are in positions that would be a lot of fun to play, but still being fair for both teams at the same time. Feel free to let me know down in the comments where you guys would put your own command posts if you had the choice, as I'm sure there are probably some much better options. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below and be sure to subscribe with those notifications on so you don't miss out on any more Battlefront 2 videos or live streams. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Crush them!